because, well, I'm going out tonight. So we're going to the pub. So what I would like to go through is a little bit of how to find your competitors' demographics. Who are they actually selling to? Who is it that you could actually start getting yourself? Because obviously we want to get their traffic, we want to get their ideal customers. So rather than us going out and trying to invent our own ideal customers, what we can do when we're doing all of this competitive research is we can start, remember this is only the beginning bit, we're going to go a lot more in depth inside the membership side, but we can start by finding out the basics of their demographics. So let's just quickly share my screen and let's jump into what we have. So within here, what we've got is the demographics of your competitors, right? So who are their visitors? This is the thing that we need to know to make life an awful lot easier for us, right? So the things we want to find out are, who are the visitors? Who are the people who's actually coming? What sort of split? What sort of people are there? We want to find out the actual demographics of these people. The reason why we're going for the demographics is because we want to find out the ideal customer, but also we want to then start running Facebook ads. Now, as you know, I can't run Facebook ads because I'm banned. But if you're running Facebook ads, we want to get the maximum bang for your buck on every penny that you spend. Needs to be with their ideal customers. So we want to know these various different items to make sure that we're not actually spending a fortune. Hi, Angel, how we doing? So this means you can get better and more cost-effective advertising. We don't want to be going out, say, for example, if we found a set of demographics and it was 90% women and we were going out and we're advertising to men, well, we would just waste 90% of our entire advertising budget. So that's not something we want to be going after. We want to be going after the real cost-effective advertising. So we need to know what sex they are, right? Are they male or the female? Are they nondescript? Whatever that may. I'm still very confused on what that actually means. But what sex are they? What is the range? So what sort of age groups are they in? Higher Angel. Because we don't want to be wasting money on a higher age group if it's only young people who's buying it. So if we sell them something to do with, let's say, a video game, we might find that our customers are aged between 25 and 30, right? Now, I actually done this on my own tattoo studio. I was expecting most of our people who come into us to be men of around 18-year-old. I was totally wrong. It turns out most of our visitors are female, and most of our visitors are over 25-year-old, up to about 35, which was brand new news to me. And I've been wasting money on ads all of this time and then wondering why I wasn't getting a good ad return. Well, it's because I was advertising to the wrong people. So what country are they in? What country are our competitors targeting? Does this give us an opportunity either to go into that country, right? Because we already know that country's proven wealthy for them, or could we also go out and expand into various other countries? Now, I've seen this quite often, where a big company will go out and they'll completely neglect one entire continent. And so we can go in there and we can use their neglect. We can change our languages over on our landing pages, on our ads. We can go in there, we can advertise in there, and we can advertise for next to nothing. We still know the other demographics, such as age, sex, and things like this, but we've just now got a completely clear route into that country. Right. So, the thing we're going to use to find it is SimilarWeb. Right now, SimilarWeb do a free program as well. So we're going to head over there. And I thought I would just keep it nice and simple, and we'll still look on Chatmatic. All right. Now, in amongst here, we've got all sorts of various different things. Now, we're going to go into all of these various parts and whatnot in the in-depth part within the membership site. But let's just go through some of their stuff. So the total visitors they get from April 22 to June 22 is 87,000. So at the minute, they're going through a 56% increase from last month, which is pretty impressive figures. Now, with these figures, you've got to remember as well that these are the figures because Chatmatic uses chatmatic.com to sign into as well, right? So keep that in mind. A lot of these are going to be returning visitors. Another thing that we can do is we can see the global rank. Now, that doesn't really make an awful lot of difference unless you're going for something huge. So the engagement overview, monthly visits, 29,000, about the same sort of thing. Average duration is around about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Page visits, 2.4, so they go through a couple of different pages before they leave. We're not going to go into this because that's obviously upgraded. And the bounce rate is 67%. Now, this is pretty much ringing true with what I say with all landing pages. I would have thought that Chatmatic would have maybe put a chatbot on the landing page, which would have helped them an awful lot more with that bounce rate. But this is the bounce rate. So you're looking around about 70% of all the people lost. Now, we've seen a massive drop in May. Don't know quite what happened in May. but then it's now coming back to where it was. Right. Next thing we have is the various different countries where they're prevalent at. So we have the United States, a huge rise in the United States. So they're obviously hitting states pretty hard. We've got Peru, which is a drop. Mexico, which is also a drop. Right. India, very, very little. Poland, very, very little. Marketing channels. So we see exactly where they're getting their traffic from. So direct, email, referrals, social, organic traffic. We can see exactly where all the organic traffic's coming from. Page search and display ads, right? So we're only getting 3.2% on display ads. So we can see branded traffic. That's where people's actually putting down the Chatmatic name compared to non-branded. So we've got 60% and 40%, or 60%, of course. We can take that from the amount of people that we had. So 60% of, where was the number? 29,000. We're looking pretty good. We can go after that. We also have the top link destination, so where they go to after Chatmatic. You'll see Travis has got his going in there, but he's fallen off a little bit. We have the social media traffic. So most of his traffic comes from social media. Well, that makes sense because people are logging into the site. And we've also got the display advertising, which there's no amount of results for therefore so far. Now, obviously, this is just a checkup on their particular page. Now, what I would then do if I was doing this is I would also do a checkup on their purchase page. So their checkout page, I'll go in there and I'll just run the traffic through there. Now, what they're saying is around about 60% of all people, I don't know where they get this figure from because it certainly isn't in mine, but 60% of all people who land on a purchase page do not buy, right? To me, that seems like a massive amount of people. But normally I would take that as face value and I would take off the 60% of people, right? So I'll put in their checkout page. I would then do another search. I would minus that by 60%, and then I know roughly how much money they're making. Right, so we've also got traffic and engagement, which is all locked because obviously we haven't upgraded. We have the geography, which is one of the things we want to check up on. So again, we've got the United States, got Peru, got Mexico, got India and Poland. We need to upgrade our account if we want any more. And this is the one that we love, the demographics. So right now, almost 55% are men. So obviously more men using Chatmatic than women. Don't understand why. And also this age range is 25 to 34. So if I was going to go out and run ads, I would run it to men, 25 to 34. And then I would also look at their audience interests, right? So this tells all of the various different interests. So business and customer services, right? Online marketing. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? So online marketing, I would put them down to there. Computers, electronics and technology, email marketing, we get a bit there. Computers, search engines, we get web hosting, we get marketplace. Don't know why it's in the marketplace. Doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me, that one. But that's all cool. And this tells you all the various different bits, right? So this is where they're coming from. So Google, we know that they're going for computers and technology. Relevance scores 100%. YouTube, art and entertainment. Don't know how that's possibly in there. Facebook, computers and technology. Google again, computers and technology. That would be a different aspect of it. And Weatherly, again, I have no idea why that was. Oh, it's business customers. Right, okay, Weatherly. I wouldn't have thought that was even a thing. Right. So we have all of these various different parts, right? Now, a lot of this is locked, but this is on the free side. So this is the amount of information that you can get absolutely for free on any website. So again, we can go in there and ManyChat.com. Right, so we'll go into ManyChat. We'll have a quick look what they're getting. I know their figures are out of this world. So on the first bit, they get 11.43 million people going in there. Pretty nice. They've got a very, very high ranking. That's why I wouldn't go straight after ManyChat. Monthly visitors, 3.3 million. Right, very, very nice. Customer duration is an awful lot longer because they're getting ranked an awful lot higher. The bounce rate is an awful lot lower because they've got a lot more engagement in there. Their website's obviously performing better. So that now leads me to go and say, right, okay, well, what are they doing on their website that Travis isn't doing on his website? I need to compare the two and find out what sort of things that is. So remember, in the last lesson, which is in the membership site, we went through the history of the site. So go in there and compare it and see how all the comparisons go. So continuing down, they seem to have a big jump in me as well. I don't think this is refreshed properly. So we go down here, we see all this lot. Now their demographics, the United States, Philippines, Mexico, and Malaysia, right? Also Brazil. Brazil's coming up quite strongly. And Brazil could be somewhere well and truly worth hitting. So for me, I know Groove is going into Brazil quite heavily. And so we know that ours links up with Groove Mail. So Brazil could be a massively undertapped market, right? Obviously, they're getting a massive interest in chatbots right now. So this is one of the markets I could go to. Right, again, got all where the traffic's coming from. Tells all this lot. Branded is 71%. Everyone went off like, I think they did. It's very strange. I don't quite understand what happened in May. I'm gonna have to have a look at my figures. I'll look at my own though instead of this one. This only gives a rough overview of it as well. This doesn't kind of give you everything, so don't think that this is the be all and end all of all your research. It's by far not. But ManyChat pricing right now, that is pretty damn good. It's risen by 1,460%. Wow. And also ManySpace Chat, another interesting, right? So they're the top paid search terms. These are what they're going out and paying for. So ManyChat pricing could be a nice little thing to go after. Right, top referring places, we've got Zapier, obviously, app, ManyChat.bot.io, TLive, really? TLive Community, Managed Plaza. Again, it tells all the various different bits of what's searching on us. We get all the Facebook, the Stripe, and everything else in there. We have all the social media. So we've got Google Display Ad Networks, quite a little bit in there, looking nice. So we know exactly what they're doing. Now let's go into our demographics again. And as we can see here, right, about the same sort of split. Very strange. Right, okay, so we've got the same split. More men than women are using ManyChat. And again, the age range is around about the same, but this one a little bit more prevalent. So that's just backed up our theory of 25 to 34-year-olds are the things we should be going after. And we've got the audience interests. Again, it's very, very similar. And we've got the geography. We've already been through the geography, so we're all cool. And so if I was running ads, then this is the sort of information that I would want to know before I start going out and running my Facebook ads, because I want to know who I'm going to target so I get the most bang for my buck. Now, what a lot of people will do, and I must admit, this is something that it often sounds like I'm saying is a good thing, right? Now, I've slightly, when I've said this before in the past, I've slightly miscommunicated it. I've realized that now. So what I would do is I would rather be in first position and paying double the amount to be in the first position place. Yeah, I know. I thought the age range would be higher as well, Angel. It's very, very strange. But I've always put down about how cheap I'm getting ads. Now, that cheapness of getting ads does not mean that I want to be in second, third, or fourth place. I want to be in first place all the way through, right? So if I'm doing ads, I want to make sure that I'm in first position. I'm getting seen by the people who matter. The reason this is, I would rather pay double for my ads. So say we send 100 people through, I'm going to be going at this a lot more. Say I send 100 people through, then out the 100 people, we'll say that 5 sign, right? We'll do 5%, which is decent enough little amount. Now, with 5 sign straight away, I'm looking pretty good. However, if say that was costing us £2 per action, right? So £2 a click, so it costs us 200 quid, 5 people signing, and the 5 people signs we make money out of. Now, say for example that I then went down, I dropped my cost per click down to $1. Right now, if I was doing my cost per click at $1, and that's how much it was costing me, what that would mean is I would still get the 100 through, possibly, with an awful lot more hard work. But all of the cream of the crop would have already went to the people higher than me. So out of those 100 people, I might only get 1 conversion. So that means I'm still paying out $100, right, rather than $200, but I'm only making 1 sale. So that 1 sale, I'm now making, I forgot what my lowest price is. My lowest price right now for a year is 227. So I'm still doubling my money, but I don't want to be just doubling my money. I don't want you guys to be going out and just doubling your money. Now, if you've got these demographics in place, it means you can go in and you can find exactly who it is before you even start. So it takes an awful lot of hassle straight off you. And hopefully that has been some help. So I'm about to go out and get really, really drunk and falling down embarrassing drunk. I think your brother's got his VIP tickets to go somewhere, possibly tonight. So I might be going to see the Black Eyed Peas. We might be just going down the local pub. I don't really know. But either way, I'll be still falling down, so I'll be in the right state tomorrow. So hopefully this has been some good. If it has been some good, please comment on it. Please share these videos, because we have to try and get as many people into Chat Ammo as what we can. I've very nearly said Chatmatic there. We're trying to get as many people into Chat Ammo as what we possibly can. And I want everybody who's in the Chat Ammo to start becoming successful. Now, at the moment, I know a lot of you guys are already in Groove. And if you're in Groove, can be used as well for Groove. You can find out all your affiliates with the search images, which I was just showing before. You can go into Groove and find out who the other affiliates are, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. We can say how their pages has changed, so we can start tracking what they're doing to convert. We can start doing all of these various different parts, which is going to get us higher affiliate sales, right? And of course, remember, anybody who's a Groove affiliate would also be a perfect Chatamo affiliate. So you can get them signed underneath you. Using the image search, we're going to go massively into find the perfect affiliates. Yep, I definitely 100% raise the roof. So we're going to go into massively how you can find affiliates to sign underneath you and how to bring out your own products so you can get your own affiliates for you to go out and start making 100% of the money. All right, which is our end game. So at the moment, we've got an absolute stack of stuff coming on this profit hacking thing, right? Part of the course. Obviously, we still got the launch, but we're going over this bit first because what I found out is that some of you guys were struggling with how to actually go out and start getting traffic. So this is your complete not a cheat code on how to get traffic and make it successful. So once you go through this little lot, you start getting the traffic. We're now cheating everything. We aren't spending God knows how many years and how many thousands of pounds trying to get the perfect landing page and trying to get the perfect traffic and trying to sort out who our niche market is and all the rest of it. It's all done for you if we use this part. All right. Now, this is more of an advanced technique. So please take notice. Please as well, sign up to if you want to be following along properly, please sign up to the membership site because the membership site has everything in order and everything builds on each other. Now, this is only phase one. So this is the very, very basic phase, right? This is the simple phase. We're going to be going into an awful lot more where we know everything about business, like I said on the big video yesterday. Okay, so that's me off. I'm going to go and get changed and see if I can make this face not look quite this bad, because otherwise I'll make people cry. Apparently, I've got a face made for radio. So we need to do that. We need to try and sort something out with this whole beard thing going on. So with that, I shall bid you farewell and hopefully having a great day. Cheers. Thanks for watching.